My roommate Evan, the campus heartthrob, wet his bed and came to sleep in mine. He claimed there was a thermos poking him. Though I was pressed flush against his back, where would a thermos even come from? Lately I kept sensing someone's gaze burning into my back. Maybe I'm just too handsome? But whenever I turned, only Evan's chiseled profile greeted me. Was I imagining things? Evan turned with crescent moon eyes glinting clearly. Your mattress looks really soft. Think so? His smile deepened. Yeah. That night? Evan appeared at my bedside hugging a pillow. Jake, I wet my bed. Can I sleep here? The campus heartthrob? Bedwetter? Before I could process, he'd already slipped under my covers. Peeking out with just his eyes visible. He blinked. Don't tell the others? Sure. Never having shared a bed with another guy, I sat stiffly clutching my phone. Why aren't you lying down? Just checking something. My left hand clawed at the sheets while I frantically posted, roommate in my bed. So awkward I'm shredding the sheets. Help. Replies exploded instantly. Frowny face save the sheet shredding for his back later. Nervous now? Just wait till things heat up. You expect us to believe you're just roommates? I'm the Queen of England. The Chinese characters made sense yet meant nothing. Eventually I slid under the covers, lying rigid as a board. Evan rolled over and blew softly in my ear. Sparks dancing down my spine. Just a cockroach. He chuckled at my shiver. Ish thanks. Though I felt no insect. Exhaustion eventually overrode tension. I awoke hours later to numbness. Evan was using my arm as a pillow. Moonlight traced his delicate lashes against my bicep. Silken hair spilling over my shoulder. One-handed, I typed, roommate sleeping on my arm. How to escape. 3 a.m. responses fired faster than before. Frowny face either break the wrist or break the sleeve. Break my arm? I'll take the gay awakening. But I don't even have sleeves to roll up. I was wearing a tank top. This comment wasn't helpful. So I moved on to the next one. Are you actually asking for help or just bragging? Bragging? Didn't get that one either. Next. If you kiss his lips raw, he'll get mad and slap you. Then you can pull your hand back. My gaze shifted from the phone screen to Evan's glistening, tender lips. I swallowed hard and licked my own lips. This comment had the most words. It must be legit. Slowly propping myself up, I leaned toward Evan's mouth. Gave him a soft peck. He didn't wake up. Remembering the comment said kiss raw. I took a deep breath and smashed my lips against his. Evan woke up. I grinned, waiting for that slap across my face. But shocker, he wasn't angry at all. I panicked. Damn it. Hit me already. Evan's face flushed crimson, eyes sparkling like starlight. Biting his lip, he whispered tenderly, you kissed me, now you have to take responsibility. What kind of responsibility? Hold me while we sleep. Hold him? No way. Then again, fine. I messed up first. Evan asked me to hold him from behind. Said having someone against his back made him feel safe. I agreed. The moment I pressed against him, he gasped. Can you move the thermos? My chest was flush against his back. Since when was there a thermos? After confirming no random thermos existed between us, I hugged tighter. Evan whimpered. His hand reached back to push me lightly. I told you to move the thermos. Realization dawned. I scooted back slightly. When Evan fell asleep, I pulled my phone from under the pillow. I kissed my roommate and got turned on. He's lying right next to me. What do I do? The top comment popped up. If you can't take it anymore, don't hold back. What's that mean? Kick him off the bed? That's harsh. I turned off my phone and didn't sleep till dawn. Next morning, our other 2 roommates kept giving us weird looks. Zachary Jean glared at me with stormy eyes. Why is he in your bed? Before I could answer, Evan looped his arms around mine, grinning. Jay told me to come. Ethan closed his textbook, staring at the desk as he remarked with veiled sarcasm. How obedient of you. Evan glanced sideways at me, cheeks flushing crimson as he shook my arm. Yesterday, Jay. His voice trailed off. You tell them. I shrugged. I had a cockroach in my ear. You what? Zach lunged forward to inspect my ear while Evan released my arm with an irritated pout. For days, Evan avoided speaking to me. I posted online, roommates giving me the cold shoulder. Am I really that awful? Commenters asked, when did it start? Me after he woke up in my bed that morning? Check my previous post. The replies flooded in. Try protein shakes. Why ask a virgin for advice when you've done the deed? Get fillers. Short or fat? I responded, 6 feet 1 inch. 160 pounds. Someone quipped, how many floors? I ignored the nonsense until one comment froze me. Maybe he just hates you. Hate me? Impossible. I'm fucking gorgeous. That night when Evan returned last to our dorm, I waved from my bed. Your pillow's here. Wet the sheets again? Come sleep over. He yanked his pillow from under my elbow. No thanks. I gripped the other end. What? Evan's eyes were slightly red as he stubbornly tugged at the pillow with me, his grip painfully tight. Just as he nearly wrestled it away, I desperately bit down on his wrist. Later when I returned the pillow and let him retreat to his own bed, he lay curled facing the wall, shoulders trembling in tiny shudders. That fragile posture struck something deep in me. Almost unconsciously, I pulled out my phone and recorded him. The video exploded after I posted it to my feed. Did someone wreck him? Turn off the parental controls. Smells like my Korean webtoons in here. Fellow AO3 refugees checking in. Kissed the sobs out of him already. Since the crowd was fired up, I typed in comments, how to fix making your roommate cry. Replies flooded frowny face, he's clearly been railed senseless. Wait, are y'all gonna fuck on my timeline? Those tremors are weak, did you skip arm day? Make him cry louder. Some comments got increasingly confusing. I asked, where do you people even hang out online? Instant response, Flower Market Forum. BL Erotica. Next morning at 6 a.m., I marched to the actual flower market. The first vendor got my eager question, got any BL smut? 2 hours later, I sat shivering in the police station learning about erotic literature regulations. Can't just ask strangers that. An officer sighed, hip cocked against the desk. Though this BL thing, new to me too. When another cop said my family arrived, I stepped out to find Evan waiting, hood shadowing his stupidly perfect bone structure. We walked home kicking pebbles. Halfway there, he finally spoke, why were you looking for BL stories? When Evan posed the question, my neck flushed an even deeper shade of crimson. I was just curious. Guess that confirms it then. Confirms what? I didn't dare ask. Does that mean you really weren't planning to take responsibility before? Evan's voice grew quieter, his hoodie slipping forward as he lowered his head. I couldn't recall which specific incident he meant and stayed silent, though Evan appeared composed. He later locked himself in our dorm bathroom sniffling. Roommate crying in bathroom, need advice ASAP. Some verbose commenter suggested frowny face carry him to face the mirror. The embarrassment'll shut those tears right up. Brilliant. I nudged the bathroom door open, hoisted Evan over my shoulder in one swift motion, and positioned him horizontally across my arms like a toddler needing a potty break. The move worked instantly, confronted by our reflection. Evan's hiccups ceased mid-sob. Crimson veins spiderwebbed across his eyes, the skin of his inner thighs burning against my forearms. What are you trying to do? He averted his gaze from the mirror, face turned sharply right with cheeks flaming. Sorry? I remember now. I wasn't avoiding responsibility. The memory of our kiss surfaced. So does that mean I'll take responsibility? Whatever compensation he wanted, I provide. Please don't let it involve buying semester-long meals. The heat radiating from Evan's thighs intensified. Studying his scarlet face, I worried aloud, are you sure you're not getting a fever? His flush crept down to the collar. And not if we take precautions. He buried his face in my neck, stray hairs tickling my skin. Why was he so flustered today? The internet wisdom proved true, the tears had stopped. Yet he murmured, when should we shower? My eyes widened. Me too? Evan gave my hand a shy squeeze. Obviously. You should maintain hygiene. Do I stink? I frowned, though he couldn't see. His face remained pressed against my shoulder, breathing uneven against my collarbone. I found Evan Lee's posture a bit awkward, worried he might strain his neck. I slowly lowered his legs to the floor. His face tilted upward with the movement, and I turned him around to face me properly. All right, you shower first, I said, patting his shoulder before making my escape. Evan's hand shot out like a vice grip, trapping mine against his shoulder. His dark eyes pierced through me. Stay. Water conservation. I countered weakly, pulling my hand free. Evan shrugged with infuriating calmness. Fine. If Jake has some embarrassing physical condition preventing, what physical condition? I whipped around, tearing off my shirt in one motion. Let's shower. Two grown men had nothing to fear. My bravado-filled declaration didn't stop me from turning my back as soap suds covered my body. The bathroom door rattled under urgent knocking. Zachary Zhang's voice carried through. Who's hogging the toilet? I'm bursting. I locked eyes with Evan in silent warning. He blinked innocently. It's me. I'll be a while. I called out, hearing retreating footsteps. Evan chose that moment to yelp dramatically, forcing me to catch his supposedly slipping body. What was that? Zach's voice sharpened. Jake. Who's in there with you? The doorknob jiggled violently. That sounded like Evan. Panicked? I shook my head frantically at Evan while mouthing no. Our secret dorm bathroom arrangement couldn't survive public scrutiny. Evan nodded understandingly, then chirped, wasn't me. I wanted to strangle him. Zach started pounding the door. Evan? You're both in there? What the hell? Jake. His fist slammed against the wall. Fuck. Saving water my ass. Jake. That snake definitely tricked you into this. Zachary Zhang left reluctantly, muttering over his shoulder. Then you'd better conserve water with me next time too. Jake. After Zach disappeared, Evan turned to me with a pout, his earnest expression making me sigh internally. Whatever. I'll let it slide. I spun back around to rinse the soap suds off, grateful the thick lather had obscured everything earlier. Emerging from the shower, Evan sat wrapped in a towel with pursed lips, his cheeks flushed from the cold. I grabbed his jacket from the chair back and draped it over his shoulders. Put this on. He blinked as if I'd suggested something scandalous. Put it on? Yeah. The dorm's freezing. Don't you think? Evan nodded miserably. It is cold. And inconvenient. Maybe another time. Another time? I rubbed my chin. The inconvenience part rang true. Back home I wouldn't bother with clothes after showering. But this drafty dorm changed things. Ethan returned carrying 2 takeout containers. He slid one onto his desk and the other in front of Evan. Got your favorite lamb stir-fried onion noodles. You like it extra sizzled? Right? Evan's gaze flicked to me, lips catching between his teeth as he swallowed slowly. Mitchum. I like it well-tossed. My eye twitched. Well-tossed? Evan turned back to Ethan. Didn't get any for Jake? I watched Ethan's hand linger in Evan's damp black hair. Didn't know he'd be here. Try it while it's hot. Something acidic bubbled in my chest. Since when did hair touching become their thing? Not my business anyway. Evan's not my damn pet. Evan lifted his container toward me. Have mine. Jake. I eyed the steaming noodles. They bought it for you. He simply divided the portion into 2, sliding half my way. We'll share. I stared at the aromatic noodles, then at his dripping hair. What's so fascinating about damp strands anyway? Ethan kept glancing our way as he ate. Face blank. Evan returned to his desk with his half portion, the air thick with unspoken tension. I picked up a piece of lamb with chopsticks, chewing 3 times. Not that great. Turning around, I glanced at Evan. He was devouring his food with gusto. Damn. Why does this irritate me so much? Taking advantage of my slight height advantage over Evan? I secretly posted this thread while he wasn't looking. My roommate dragged me out for a late-night stroll without explanation. Keeps brushing against me. What's his deal? Just earlier, after finishing his half portion of spicy lamb stir-fry noodles with onions, Evan suggested we walk downstairs to digest. Ethan had bought the jumbo-sized bowl but couldn't finish it himself. Somehow, splitting it between Evan and me worked perfectly. When we left, Ethan looked pissed, even shot me a glare. As Evan bent down to pick up loose change, I checked the comments. He wants to do it outdoors. You call this roommates? Looking for some dark corner to get intimate. Found your spot yet? Stay safe. 2 guys wandering at night? Sketchy. Go live so we can verify your safety. Wink. I closed my phone, smiling. These netizens were unexpectedly thoughtful. Turned out Evan wasn't picking up coins, he'd twisted his ankle. My chest tightened as I carried him back to the dorm. After settling him in bed, I pulled out my phone and posted, "Fam? My roommate sprained his ankle so I brought him back. Why's he covering his face?" Comments flooded in. How'd you carry him? Bridal style. What kind of hold? Princess carry. Got it. Now go eat. What? Caviar dumplings. These idiots couldn't stay on topic. feeling guilty since it happened during our walk. I started helping Evan to classes. We sat together for easier post-lecture support. Our friendship deepened daily, becoming almost tangible. At the communal showers, Evan avoided eye contact. The closer we grew, the shyer he became. When I scrubbed his back, his skin flushed crimson from neck to hips. Later, he wore silk pajamas. My fingers trailed down his spine, smooth fabric giving way to feverish warmth beneath. His muscles tensed under my touch. Water dripped from Evan's hair as I tossed him a towel. Evan Lee reached out to towel his hair. I glanced at the crown of his head and stopped his hand. Wait, let me do it. I needed to see what was so fascinating about his scalp. I vigorously rubbed the towel over his head. When his hair was mostly dry, I picked up the hairdryer. Jake. Evan looked up at me with those eyes. I kept my gaze lowered, feigning nonchalance. I'll blow dry it for you. His soft, silky strands tickled my palm. Okay, maybe it did feel nice. Strangely, my chest felt fluttery too. After leaving the bathroom, I typed a post on my phone's homepage. Roommate keeps squeezing my thigh during lectures. To retaliate, I chased him around the locker room offering to scrub his back. The usually cocky guy suddenly turned bright red. Adorable. Back in the dorm, Ethan Yu sat zoning out in his chair. He tensed when we entered. Was he watching adult content earlier? Dude, we're all guys here. Evan, come with me. Ethan's stare pinned him down. Evan followed him to the corridor window area. Whatever. I shrugged and walked into our room, only to immediately grab a basin and lurk around the corner. Just washing socks nearby. Totally not eavesdropping. I've liked someone for years. Does he know? Evan hesitated. He must. He tried sleeping with me before. Pretty sure he feels the same. He's liked someone for years? We've only known each other too. Since when does hookup attempt equal affection? Is he brain damaged? My mood plummeted as I stormed off. Why'd he never mention this mystery girl? I slammed my basin onto the sink just as Evan returned. What are you doing? He pressed against me. I sidestepped. Nothing. Nothing requires this much intensity? He closed the distance again. Feeling hot. Stop clinging. Go cling to your decade-long crush instead. I retreated to my bunk, phone in hand. Through peripheral vision, I watched Evan move about the room, his earlier confession hanging between us like static electricity. He hung his head, sulking in silence. My chest tightened with concern. Yet an inexplicable irritation made me want to shut him out. What was I even mad about? That he hadn't told me? Or that he could be this painfully naive, thinking anyone who wanted to bed him must genuinely care? God, this was infuriating. I bit my lip and opened the app. Posted, some clueless bitch tried to hook up with my roommate. The comments exploded. Damn right she's clueless. How dare she come between you two? Drop the at. I'll cyberbully her myself. I'm camping on her profile until every last follower drags her. The internet warriors meant well. But I didn't even have the girl's profile. No clue who she was. Tossing my phone aside, I stared at the ceiling. What if she's just another fucking run type? I had to warn Evan. Across the room, Ethan and Zach scrolled through their phones in their respective bunks. Evan's back faced me from the opposite bed. I tapped his chat window. Jake, you awake? Evan, yeah. My thumbs hovered. How to approach this? Jake, what does love mean to you? If he said wanting to be together, I'd guide him toward taking things slow. If physical attraction, I'd demand to see her photos. His reply blinked. Evan, wanting to fuck them. Jesus Christ. That girl really got her claws in him. Jake, that's your definition? Evan, yep. Jake, you're seeing someone? Evan, yeah. Jake, and they just want sex? Evan, if you say so. What if I say so? Since when did he become this evasive? I propped myself up, glaring at his turned back. Jake, they're using you? Evan? Jake, they don't care about you. Just want to get laid. Probably ghost you afterward. The mattress dipped as Zach climbed down. Jake, he whispered, shaking my bunk. My sheets are soaked. Can I crash with you tonight? You pissed the bed too? It's not about wetting the bed. Wait, Jake, why did you say, also? Did Evan claim he wet your bed last time he slept over? That's so sneaky. Using underhanded tactics like that. Had I accidentally let something slip? I frowned. No, it was me. I still wet the bed sometimes. Zachary stared silently before hurling his pillow onto my bunk. Jake, you didn't have an accident today, right? I'm coming up. I noticed Evan's ear twitch. Before I could react, Zach had already climbed into my bed. The moment he settled, I sprang upright. This felt all wrong. I hated sharing beds. Physical contact made my skin crawl. I slid down the ladder. Zach turned his head. Where you going? Jake. Forgot something in the laundry room. I lied. Perched on the stairwell, I lit a cigarette. My phone buzzed. Evan, where are you? Laundry room. You're lying. It's locked. Fine. Stairwell. Coming. I almost texted don't, but some hidden part wanted company. I waited silently. Phone dark. Evan sat shoulder to shoulder with me. Why'd you leave? Two grown men can't share a twin bed. Then why the bad mood? Annoyed. I couldn't explain why. Meeting his gaze, I added, you get what I meant earlier? He better not fall for that girl's act. Evan's eyes instantly glistened. You said she doesn't like me at all? My chest constricted. I ruffled his hair. Not necessarily. There's a chance. The tears paused. So she might? I hated encouraging this but muttered, 50-50. Evan's grin returned. That's enough. Bullshit. Evan grabbed my sleeve. Are we still going back to the dorm? What do you mean? Are we getting a place off campus? I really didn't want to squeeze into bed with Zach. Not that I disliked him. It just felt awkward. I nodded. Fine. We'll climb through the window. When they told us there were no twin rooms left, Evan pursed his lips and turned to leave. Let's try the next place. I don't know what came over me when I grabbed his arm and blurted, this one's fine. He stopped mid-stride and looked back. I swallowed hard. I mean, it's late. Other places are probably full too. I emphasized the word probably like it meant something. Biting my lip, I added, so let's just stay here. Evan's wide eyes showed he hadn't recovered from my weird behavior. Scratching my neck, I mumbled, no point wasting time looking. Plus, I'm kinda tired. He blinked. Okay. Evan lay obediently beside me. Suddenly the room felt freezing. I glanced sideways at his flushed cheeks and shining eyes. Fuck me. I actually wanted to hug him. Christ. I'm such a creep. Is this what brotherhood feels like? That woman better not steal him away from me. I gritted my teeth against the impulse. Then Evan rolled over and wrapped himself around me. His skin burned through our shirts. Before my brain caught up, I heard myself growl, if you're cold, hold tighter, and pulled him flush against me. His red-tipped ears buried in my chest as my heartbeat went haywire. I clenched my jaw harder. What kind of guy gets this adorable? Who's he even into? Damn. I actually held Evan all night. Me, the guy who hates physical contact, cuddled another dude till morning. Evan blinked sleepily. Feels nice sleeping out. Bed soft. My brain short-circuited. Not soft. Pretty firm actually. He tilted his head. Reality crashed over me. Nothing. Did you sleep well? Evan's soft, low voice brushed against my ear as he murmured, comfortable. Why did my face feel even hotter now? Walking back to campus with Evan? I lingered in the classroom with him before excusing myself to the restroom. That's when I ran into Zach. Jake, where'd you disappear to last night? You never answered my texts. Stayed off campus. Zach's tone turned sullen. With Evan? Yeah. He tricked you again. The accusation left a bitter taste. What's that supposed to mean? Tricked how? Zach's eyes flicked downward. I instinctively angled my body away. What exactly happened between you two last night? He demanded. Memories of holding Evan all night flooded me. Heat crept up my neck as I snapped. What do you think? I don't even like guys. I practically choked on my own lie, yanking my jeans up before storming out, only to collide with Evan's chest in the doorway. My heart stuttered. Shit. He heard. 1,000 thoughts raced through my mind. Whatever. So he knows I don't like men. He's got that girl he likes anyway. Even if some twisted part of me. No. Better crush this nonsense now. Probably just confusion. Last night was just the cold. Yeah. Evan drifted through classes like a ghost until afternoon, when some girl showed up at campus. His smile finally returned as he greeted her. A girl. A fucking girl? I craned my neck for a better look. Was this the one he'd pined over for years? Damn, she was stunning. My throat tightened painfully. So this was his type. Not even close to me. Wrong gender entirely. Back in the dorm that night, I couldn't muster a single word. I'd expected Evan to bounce in radiating joy. Instead, he trudged through the door like a storm cloud. He kicked off his shoes and climbed onto the bed, clutching a pillow as he started sobbing. "Ethan, you stood by his bunk. What's wrong?" The muffled reply came through the pillow. "She dumped me." Did he actually confess? Got rejected? I secretly rejoiced, accidentally snickering aloud. Ethan stormed over and smacked me across the face. "You think this is funny?" Shit. I actually laughed. Poor timing. But why did his accusation sound off? Like I'd personally reduced Evan to tears. Ethan got summoned by the RA through an urgent call. He hissed through gritted teeth, "We'll settle this later," before bolting from the dorm. Now it was just me and Evan. I wanted to comfort him but feared bursting into laughter. Resurrecting my burner account, I crowdsourced advice. Roommates crying over breakup. How to comfort. Replies flooded in. At no dom insight, checked your profile. Now I see why they broke up. Finger guns emoji. At caught between two hunks, gently stroke his hair. Use your well-defined hands to wipe his tears. He'll freeze in surprise. Smirk under mood lighting. Let your intense gaze silence his sniffles. Harshly whisper, "Enough. My heart can't take this." At zero chill movement, unbutton your collar. Hover near his ear with that husky, seductive voice, "Stop crying. I'm yours now." Let your breath warm his neck as you kiss away tears. When he stammers in shock, tug your shirt lower. Lock eyes. Kiss me. Save those tears, you'll need them later. Inspired, I straightened my posture and approached Evan's bunk with newfound confidence. If his crush was over, I could finally act on my feelings. My hand barely grazed his hair when he jerked upright. "Jake, I didn't know you weren't into guys. I thought you liked me. That's why I..." Fresh tears rolled down Evan's face. Acting on impulse, I cupped his face and kissed his damp cheeks. Salt lingered on my lips. Evan's widened eyes glistened, wet lashes trembling. I couldn't hold back the words I'd buried deep anymore. "You're right, I do like you. I'm into guys. And I'm admitting it now. Knowing you had feelings for someone else drove me insane with jealousy. When I saw you smiling at her, my heart turned to ice. You know." Evan stopped blinking. "What did you say? You like me?" "Yes." I'm done lying to myself. "Who do you think I liked?" "That girl earlier." "Whatever, she rejected you anyway. Perfect timing for me to make my move." Evan snorted with laughter. "That was my mom." "Damn. She looked young." "Fuck it." I grabbed Evan's face and kissed him hard. "Then I'm still chasing you." Evan giggled, breathless. "Don't bother chasing me." Now it was my turn to frown. "What?" Then it hit me, he never said he liked that girl. So there was still someone else? "Because I already like you. No chasing needed, you've had me from the start." "Me? Bullshit." I kept my expression flat. "Liar. You've liked someone else for years. You eavesdropped on me?" "I happened to walk by." Evan's laughter spilled out. "Of course it's you. I've known since high school. When? Your school's choir competition. You were the soloist in that ridiculous Hulua costume. Belting out Talmada Hansa like your life depended on it. That's when I fell for you. You sounded amazing." Wordless, I dragged him toward the bed. "You're right, when you like someone, you really do want to sleep with them." Evan stumbled into me, our bodies crashing together. I smirked against his lips. "Right now. Shoes on. Let's get a hotel." Epilogue. We announced our relationship in the dorm. Zach lost his shit. Called Evan a manipulative bitch. I said I have a soft spot for green tea. Ethan shook his fist at me, threatening to make me pay if I ever bullied Evan. Evan was bouncing with energy, clinging to me and insisting he was sick. I pulled out my phone with practiced ease. What to do when your roommate gets sick. A comment exploded, "Go to the damn hospital. Why ask randos online? I'm so done with your moronic posts. Every goddamn time I see your bullshit." Fuck. I typed another update. He claims hospitals can't cure him. Most replies stayed wholesome as usual. Needs permanent treatment. Sweat it out. Cool story, bro. Now go fix him. Evan kept shaking me, nuzzling against my neck. "What are you doing?" "Made an account about us. 500,000 followers?" "Oh." I smirked. Played dumb. As Evan blinked with those puppy dog eyes, I captured his lips, parting them with practiced ease before pinning him down. Sick. My thumb traced his jaw. Don't worry. I'll make you feel better.